everybody, welcome to our second video, Weekly Question. This is Junjun, co-founder of LovInVR, the world's first ever VR dating app. Each week, my husband Arnaud and I are making those weekly videos to document how we create and grow our startup company. Each week, we read and discuss one question that matters a lot during our startup creation process. And this week, our weekly question is, what did we look at when we registered the company? Big breaking news! LovInVR Limited is registered and we just received all the paperwork here in this gift box with LovInVR's name printed in golden color. Class, right? And by the way, we registered LovInVR in Hong Kong. So what are the key things Arnaud and I worried about when we registered LovInVR? 3 things. First of all, friendliness of the location. Second of all, key clauses of the paperwork, article association and shareholders agreement, and lastly, division of the shares. First things, location matters a lot. We have registered 4 companies, 3 with our previous startup House Trip, Lausanne, Switzerland, London, UK, and Lisbon, Portugal, and this time with LovInVR in Hong Kong. I have to say that we're quite impressed by how practical and comparatively low cost this Hong Kong experience was. No need to prove that you invested initial capital, so you can say that your company has $2 million as capital, but put no money in it. No need to live in Hong Kong. You don't even need to be in Hong Kong physically for the registration. You only need to give a copy of your ID, a small registration fee, and a draft article association that we want. And 1 week later, we receive all the paperwork.
Okay, so let's see what's inside the mystery box. Some yellow paper. Yeah!
Article association.
Articles of association. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8? Lucky number in China.
That's right.
You think it's a coincidence?
Maybe.
I don't think it's a coincidence. And then we have some, what? White paper. It's amazing. Yellow, white. What next? Those are certificates of incorporation. And then, no. I can't believe it. Can you?
Come on.
It's green. We have yellow, white, green. And no. This is too much. It's like, it's yellow inside. This blows my mind. The creativity on the Hong Kong government part is totally mind-blowing. Those are our share certificates. So we have a bunch of empty ones if we want to give shares to our investors, employees, whoever. And then next one is dark green. Like when you thought like their creativity had limits, they just go a step beyond. It's like it's at least the 4th color we've seen. And inside is what? It's white. Okay, I'm stopping with the color jokes. So what's a statutory book suite?
I guess this is where you can keep record of your company secretary, directors. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll keep that electronically, but...
yeah, do a nice touch.
Yeah, it's pretty class. And then we have some stamps. And seal. Not the animal, of course. She doesn't like my humor. But the device, where it's to put like 3D imprints on paper. Yeah. And then the stamps are LovInVR Limited customized stamps. Very class.
Nice. You know that in Asia, stamps works more official than signature.
Is it?
Yeah.
But you signed our marriage contract. Should I be worried?
That was in Europe, so.
But you're Asian.
Whatever.
Anyway, that's all very nice. How much did we pay again for registering the company?
About $250.
Okay, that's pretty cheap. I remember in Switzerland we paid at least 20 times that. The only thing we got was a piece of paper. Plus I think it was white, so yeah. Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hong Kong is also quite good in terms of tax. There's only a 16.5% tax on income. No VAT, no capital gain, no sales tax. There's also no exit tax in case you want to move your company out of Hong Kong. Unfortunately, we fell into this exit tax trap with our previous startup, House Trip. After receiving 2.5 million A-round investment, we thought about moving the company from Switzerland to UK, which is the European startup hub. But the Swiss government will charge us 25% exit tax on all our assets. Do the calculation, that will be $625,000. At the end, we still moved to London, but have to maintain a Swiss office for almost no use. Very costly and a lot of administration work such as accounting or paper filing. Who would even think about this kind of thing when they register a company in the beginning? This time I would. I specifically checked there's no such exit tax in Hong Kong, so good to go. A lot about location, let's get into the second point, which is the key clause of your company paper, name it Article Association and Shareholders Agreement. I'm not going to get into the detail of these two documents. If you're interested, please click the links below this video. In a nutshell, Article Association is like the standard marriage contract everyone gets, while Shareholders Agreement is like the prenup in case something big happens, such as getting investors, selling your company, or getting rid of your co-founder. I really encourage all companies to get this Shareholders Agreement done as early as you can. Bad things could happen, and it kind of happened with House Trip, our previous startup. When we get our first investment, one of our co-founders kind of turned sour and blackmailed us. Either we give him money, or he wouldn't agree that we get investors, which means the death of the company. It kind of worked because we don't have a proper shareholders agreement. At the end, unfortunately, we have to give him $150,000 so the company could survive. It is not cool. The third and last things we worry about when creating a company is how to divide shares. A typically very easygoing discussion among co-founders, especially your co-founder is French and bold. Anyhow, startups with several founders tend to divide their share equally. Personally, we found it a bit dangerous because it is needed to know who's in charge. Otherwise, you can quickly get into a stalemate. Even if someone gets only one extra share, it is still important someone gets more than the other. In our case, after a long and fascinating discussion, let's say I kind of understand why the French like strikes so much. Gosh, they can be difficult. What do you think? What other factors you also look at when you create your company? So here's the end of our second weekly question. I really hope you like it. If you do, please do give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. See you next week. Bye bye.